I'm going to shave my head today. My hair is falling out in huge clumps and it's getting everywhere. And it's becoming quite annoying. I'll show you guys what I mean here. This is my bed. And if you can, I don't know if it'll focus. See all the little hairs on my bed. I started shedding really bad overnight. And can't really see on my pillow too much because it's tan, and I also wiped everything or shook it out. But I was just eating my lunch and I was thinking, man, why does hospital food have to taste so bad? But it's not actually the food, it's my taste buds are all screwed up again. But I got this chicken sandwich. I hate showing food on videos because it just never looks good. But it's just a regular like chicken breast sandwich, and I'm sure if my taste buds weren't screwed up, it would probably taste pretty good. But this is what's pretty awesome. Most hospitals, let's see if I can find it. Most hospital menus are pretty limited, and you only get your choice between like 2 or 3 things for breakfast and lunch and dinner or whatever. But I'm going to show you guys. That's the hand sanitizer that I use. I almost can't even stand it anymore. It's the hospital stuff. I almost can't stand it anymore because of the alcohol smell. I've had enough with alcohol. But this is the menu for the Cleveland Clinic. And there's a woman that comes around and takes my order twice a day. She comes in at breakfast, takes my order for lunch, and then she comes back after lunch and takes my order for dinner. But look at this. This is the stuff that you get to pick from. And you can have this stuff at any time during the day. And it doesn't matter. You know, like I had cereal the other night for dinner. And but this is the most extensive menu for a hospital I've ever in. And my first job, well actually my second job right out of high school, was working at a, there's a pretty picture of downtown, was working at a hospital in dietary, and our menu was not that extensive at all. So I'm waiting for the docs to come in here. It is almost 20 to 1. Makes me nuts. It takes them forever to make their little rounds. My sister and mother-in-law are supposed to be coming. So, but I think that I am going to have my husband shave my head. I've lost an entire like top layer of my hair. But let me see if it'll show. Every time I put my hands through my hair, I lose tons.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Are you okay?
I can't do this shit now.
Do you want me to do it? Now you know how it feels like, Mom.
That was so funny. Is it on the lowest?
Down.
Yeah. That was not cool.
It was funny. It feels so weird.
Well, it'll be a different thing for you.
You're gonna need a beanie when you're done. You're gonna need a
You're gonna have to wear a
beanie.
hat all the time.
Yeah, because it's gonna get real cold.
We're gonna put some lotion on this.
She looks like me. Like you cut the
I'm
back
not
here.
good at this.
No, you're not.
You want me to do it?
Terrible
No.
hairstylist. Look at you. Look at those bangs.
I want to know.
You're bald. You
Ma'am?
look like somebody in the movies.
The
Well,
alien from Aliens.
No, there's a woman who has somewhat of your face, who's bald.
Sigourney Weaver.
No. No. I would have to say a second role.
Demi Moore.
No, not a leading lady.
Sinead O'Connor.
I don't know
But
who.
she's a singer.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Oh. From V?
No, not a leading lady. This is someone
Oh.
who has a small bit in a movie.
The other bald chick from Aliens.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Her, yeah.
I'm just sitting waiting for my husband and my kids to come up. It's funny because I feel like a puppy dog in a window waiting for somebody to buy me, because I'm sitting, I'll show you where I'm sitting. I am sitting like right in front of the window, and over there where that lady is standing, if it'll focus, oh, it won't. Right there is the elevator, and I keep watching to see if my husband and kids are going to come off. There's actually 4 elevators, but I can only see one of them. But I'm sitting over here in the corner just waiting for them to show up. It is 3:20 in the afternoon, and my husband said, oh no, we'll be there at about 2:30. I love my husband to death, but I usually tack on about a half an hour or like an hour or so to his time, because something always happens or he gets behind or whatever. So just sitting here waiting. I'm having a kind of a weird day today. I don't feel sick, but I just feel kind of like short of breath a little bit, and a little bit tired. I didn't have a very good night last night sleeping. I have a very high tolerance to pain medications, and I think that that kind of throws them off a little bit. About a week ago, I was having a pretty bad night, and I'd asked for some pain meds, and at 10 o'clock we started with the pain medications, and I must have taken 4 different types of pain meds and nothing worked. And finally I just asked for something that would just put me to sleep so that I could get to sleep. So pain meds don't work on me, and last night I needed something, and I was so worried that nothing was going to work that I just said, just give me the strongest thing that they have in the chart for me. So she gave me that, and it was enough to kind of like take the edge off and relax me enough to go to sleep. But I still didn't get a very restful night. It's very difficult. It's very difficult being in the hospital, and not just because I have cancer. It's difficult because you have people in and out of your room constantly. If you work in the medical field, please pay attention to this, because this is really important, especially if you have patient interaction or if you go in and out of patient rooms. Please pay attention to this, because this is a huge deal. When you come into a patient's room, and let's say it's 1 o'clock in the morning, don't turn the overhead lights on right away. It's so inconsiderate and insensitive and unprofessional, and not to mention to the patient, it's just a shock. I had a woman last night come into my room, and I had never seen her before. She was a different aide, and it was like 1 o'clock, and I hadn't been asleep that long, and she flips the light on, and I was like, are you crazy? Shut the light off. You know, she goes, well, I need to see to take vitals. I said, no, you don't. I said, nobody ever comes in here and turns that light on like that to take vitals. I mean, it was so inconsiderate. It was almost like, you know, it was her way or no way. I was 2 seconds from kicking her out of my room. I do understand that people have a job to do, but be considerate about what you're doing, you know. Put yourself in somebody else's shoes. It is not cool to walk into somebody's room and just flip a light on like that. Another thing, knock on the door. Don't just walk in. Knock on the door and wait to hear a response. If you don't hear a response, crack the door open, you know, and announce yourself. Don't just barge into somebody's room. That's another thing, too, that's really inconsiderate, especially if I'm standing here changing my shirt and the housekeeping person knocks as they're walking in. I mean, there's people out in the hallway. There's a guy across the hall from me. His door is always open. So, you know, I mean, I think what I'm trying to say is just be a little considerate to other people, be sensitive, and try to be a little more understanding. I understand that it's your job and you have a job to do, but you have to realize that, I mean, people are in a hospital because they're sick. You're not helping matters when you do things like that. All you do is add to the aggravation level. The morning time is the worst for me, from I'd say about 5 to 8. It's constant traffic in and out of my room. As soon as I fall back to sleep, 2 seconds later somebody else is knocking on the door. You know, it's amazing to me how many people travel in and out of my room between 5 and 8. So, you know, if you're watching and you're a nursing assistant, or you work in a hospital and you work for the lab, or you're an x-ray tech or an ultrasound tech, if you're a nurse, please stop and think about what you're doing before you do it. Because I just cannot tell you how frustrating it is to be laying in this bed and to have all those things go on and people just going about their day and going about their job and not giving a second thought to the fact that you're laying in this bed sick. You know, I've worked in the medical field for a long time. I've had quite a few surgeries. I have been in the hospital before, but never to this extent. And the one thing that I can say proudly, is that I've never just barged in on somebody's room. And I never went into somebody's room at 7 o'clock in the morning and turned the lights on, the overhead lights on. You know, I always enter people's room dark, you know, and I go up to them and I'm quiet. And I mean, these people come barging in and they're like, "Good morning," and it's like, no, what's wrong with you, really? So I wish he would get here already. But I don't know, I just really wanted to kind of get that off my chest, and hopefully, you know, for some of you that are watching that work in this field, you know, maybe you take a little bit away from that, because I have zero tolerance now. I mean, I'm cranky from the time I wake up until about, I'd say, noon. I'm cranky because of the amount of traffic in and out of my room. You know, and I hate to say this, but it's almost like you come into a hospital to get treatment and then you go home to get well. And that's how I feel. So anyway, but I wanted to film today without any makeup on my face or anything. There's my bald head. I have a rash now, but it doesn't itch or burn or anything, and I cannot remember the name of it. The doctor's going to come in and look, but it's pretty much all over my body. I'll show you on my belly. It's all over, just these little red marks. I still have a lot of water weight on me, but I have lost about 10 pounds, I think, in water weight in the last week. I've got about 5 or 6 more pounds to go, and I'll be down to the weight that I was. Actually, no, I'm down to 130, and when I came in, so I got about 6 pounds to go. When I came in, I was at 124. So, but I just wanted to come on and say hi to everybody and just, I don't know, vent, because I really don't have a heck of a lot of people that I can't really, you know, tell the staff too much about this stuff, because obviously I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but it's like, man, somebody's got to do something about this. If you work in administration in a hospital or you're some kind of bigwig, please take these things into consideration, because it's not helping the reputation of your facility. Anyway, he's still not here yet. But my redness is still here. I still have these red bumps, and then you see this nice rash on the side of my head and behind my ears. That redness is on the little red bumps are all on my neck. And I got a little bit down here still. But that's it. I just wanted to come on and say hi to everybody, and I hope you're having a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.